Sunday morning, everybody. My GoPro finally decided to turn on. I don't know if it was completely dead or I had it in the charger. I had the cord plugged into it for 20 minutes here while I was getting the truck started, and Tammy got me a mic, the thing that holds the mic, you know, the CD mic up in the air, the retractable strap. She got me a new one for in the combine. So I started the truck up this morning and let it warm up, and then went out and changed that in the combine. So I'm on my way to Toledo again. It's a beautiful morning, a little chilly, 38 degrees. It's about, what is it? It's about 8:45, a little bit of a late start. But we got everything off last night at my house, so I've got this truck full. I'm sure Kirk's already dumped his truck. And then I've got the last of the field out back in the grain cart, which is half mine and half Dad's. And then the combine is loaded with the last of the field right behind the house, which is 100% mine. So when I get back with this truck, that's the beauty of a hopper bottom. I can unload the grain cart in the front hopper, and I'll unload the combine in the back hopper. And I can take two separate loads, two separate entities at the same time. I'll just have to tell them when I go into the probe station that there's two different loads. They'll test each load separately, and then I'll have to, when I pull into the pit, we'll dump the front hopper first, then he'll weigh it, because up there they weigh it in the pit. They don't give us a weight of the truck, they weigh the grain in the pit. So he'll weigh that one, empty it, I'll pull ahead, dump the second one, he'll weigh that, and then we'll have two separate loads delivered at the same time. Anyway, we'll see you up there. Okay, well, you were charging, so I didn't get you out, but we made it again. Dumped, heading back to the house, refill the truck, head back up here. Okay, made it back to the house. A little breezy, wind's a little chilly, so we're going to start Bertha, let it warm up, go over and start the combine, let it warm up. I think there's a dump and a half on this. I'm not sure. Well, the combine's just about full. Ooh. Hopefully that all fits in one hopper. Because if that don't fit in one hopper, then we got to make 2 trips. Wait for all the lights to go out. There we go. So now, we gotta get up in here, check the radiator every time, every day. Check the radiator and the engine oil. I just changed the engine oil in this, so it should be good. But anyway, we gotta, she ain't clear full, but any critters in here? I'm not seeing anything. Alright. engine oil is good. Remind me to go in the garage and get the charged up battery for the leaf blower to take with me. All right. Delete, delete. That is the engine heater, glow plugs, or the intake manifold heater. There we go. Here's the new mic holder that Tammy got me off Amazon. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, the mic's a little closer here. It was hanging down about there yesterday. So yeah, that'll work nice. All right, turn the fan off. Whew. Okay, we'll let this warm up while we dump that one. Sorry about the wind noise. There's too much in this. That'll be it's a problem, but it's a good problem. Boy, she's got a bunch in it. Yeah, I guess we'll start in front and see how far we get. Okay, you can see a little bit of corn sticking out of the top. I started in the front. Don't know why. I should have just dumped it in the middle, but I wanted to make sure I could get it all in there. And then the one dump in the back is what we just took out of here. So we got to fold this top down, which means I have to hold. Ever since I run into the barn with it and screwed things up, this one wants to fold first and it can't. So let me put you here. So I have to hold this while I push the button. Hold it down to stop this one. Don't take much. My blinky blink light don't work no more. Gotta check that out. Wiring issue or something. I don't know. Not sure how this works. We'll play around with it a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I unscrewed the base, pulled it out, put it in and out a couple times, a bunch of times, twisted it around, tried to make good contact. I guess I need to get a test light out and see if I've got electric issues or what. Pretty sure the back, well, I know the back one works. Anyway, we'll shut this down. Okay. And deliver that load of grain and then get everything moved to Woodville. Yeah. Yep, okay. Bye-bye. Okay, so there's a Woodville farm. This is the stuff that we inline rip. There's the big woods. Lots of trees gonna go bye-bye there this year against that. So here's our corn. There's 14 acres here and 17 acres down there. And Kirk's on his way with his semi. He's gonna back in here for now. Tammy's here. She's gonna take us back to the house. We're gonna get the grain cart and the combine, and we're gonna come over here. We're gonna start on this field here. I can dump across the road right here, dump across the ditch onto the road, They redid it. It's wide enough trucks can sit on the road, people can still get around. So we'll get that knocked out, and then you go right down there, and that's 300. And up 20. We're gonna take this stuff to Lucky Farmers in Lindsay. They're open till 5 o'clock, and it's, I don't know, probably 10 miles over there. So that's what we're gonna do for now. Once we get rolling. What time is it? It's 10 till 1 right now, so that's all good. Yeah, here comes Kirk now. So yeah, try and keep rolling. Hopefully we can get this knocked out. Lucky Farmers is open till 5, and it's only 2 cents less than Anderson's is paying right now, and it's 20-mile round trip there, 60-mile round trip there. So 40 miles for 2 cents, saving 40 miles. I think that'll work. So that's what we're gonna do. And then once Lucky Farmers closes, then we'll go back to the Andersons just to get rid of everything. I'd like to get this off and gone tonight, and then we can move to Dad's house tomorrow and get started on that 60 acres over there. There's another eagle's nest over there. So there's Kirk. So yeah, that's the plan. All right, well, we're on the move over here. And as you can see, I don't know if it's because of the big Michelin tires on it that it's so spongy and it bounces constantly. I got a phone call. Gotta go. So we've been working on this end of the field, this side of the field, the west side, and the wind is pretty strong blowing out of the west. And this thing has a rotary broom, basically, for lack of a better term. It's a vacuum actually that sucks all the dust and fodder that gets caught on the big screen before the radiators. Well, the fodder is blowing out of the back of the machine, and the corn rows were there, so it's coming up the side of the machine. It's blowing out, the wind's blowing it back up a little bit and up height-wise, and it's plugging that thing up. And just about the time I get to the end here, it stops. One time I wasn't paying attention to my high temperature. Well, temperature's getting warm alarm came on. So we stopped and cleaned it out. So I'm going to go to this end of the field, and that way when I come get away from the woods, the wind will blow the fodder away. It won't blow it into the other corn and up, hopefully. That's the plan. But I am going to take the second 6 rows in case I gotta turn away or turn out or something, and I'm not sure where we started. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah. So this probably ain't gonna, I don't know, we just have to keep an eye on it. This corn is yielding very well, except for the acre patch there that's nothing. But it's running in the 180s and the 190s. Moisture's a little high, 18. Quite a bit of deer damage out here too. There's a couple of highways where they pass through. Going from the big woods to the west to this thicket here, and Sugar Creek is about, I don't know, 300 yards to the left. So they go over there and get a drink, and they come back and forth here all day and all night. Kirk was getting in his this is one of the fields that you pretty much gotta farm it east and west in order to be able to dump on the ends. I think it's a little longer. I think it's a little longer width-wise than length-wise. Farm it east and west. I think it's a little bit longer north and south than east and west. But if you farm it east and west, there's woods on each end for part of the way, and then the little lane over there. So they say things grow better when it's planted. Corn especially grows better when it's planted east and west. It captures more sunlight down between the rows. It's the whole plant. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Look at this stalk here. Can you see it? Is higher. It's got 3 ears on it. Well, 2 good ears. There's the rear, and it's higher than the cab of the combine. Now 100 feet over that way, 100 yards over that way, there was nothing. That's crazy. All right, kept you running. Well, we made her home. Pretty uneventful. I was able to run wide open. Tires were warmed up enough from harvesting. So yeah, we'll go get the grain cart and then go get the semi and go from there. All right, I didn't pick the camera up, but we made her back down to Dad's. Brought the grain cart right there. He brought the semi. And I got the grain cart right over here to Dad's. So there's 60 acres of corn here to go, and it's all one big field. So we'll be set. We'll get started at it tomorrow, and hopefully we don't have any issues and we can make a big dent in it. Sounds like we might have a little bit of weather coming in tomorrow, late. So we'll see. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight, Sunday. We'll see you Monday morning. Thanks for watching, everybody.